Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Willis Otieno is coming out advising Raila Amolo Odinga that enough is enough for carrying William Ruto's burden in Africa and also in Kenya. This burden of William Ruto is now becoming too much to Raila Odinga's supporters and close allies. And Willis Otieno is telling Kenyans that as much as we are concerned, the revolution that is coming 2027 is a revolution where Kenyans are ganging up against William Ruto. And so he is advising Raila Amolo Odinga's supporters, allies, and Raila Odinga himself to abandon the weight and the luggage and the burden that they are carrying for William Samoei Ruto, or else this burden is going to destroy their name, because as you speak, Raila is now covering up William Ruto in this country. When he is in this country, again, he is covering and defending and distancing himself, probably not to say bad things about William Ruto while campaigning for his bid in whole Africa. I want you to listen to Willis Otieno. Then you will understand the trajectory that Willis Otieno is trying to bring on board. Is Raila Odinga going to survive and have good name when William Ruto is going to be, of course, is going to be removed from the office come 2027? And what is this that is going to tell Kenyans? Anaenda kuruka William Ruto or not? But before we listen to Willis Otieno, as you always do, this video is going to be so interesting. So consider liking the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Let us listen to Willis Otieno.
How long will Raila Odinga carry this burden? Yeah, it's not a burden on the shoulders of Raila Odinga. When, for example, they abduct Besigye in Kenya and take him to Uganda, do you know what that means? Raila is out there in Africa looking for votes. Then you abduct a senior political leader in Africa, forcefully and repatriating. In the continent, we have people who are formerly opposition leaders. The one in Senegal left prison straight 3 weeks to State House. 3 weeks. He was a victim of an oppressive regime. The one in Zambia was a victim of an oppressive regime, imprisoned so many times, almost 20 times. The one in Botswana who has just been elected the other day, a victim. And you can go on and on in Africa. People have become president that were previously opposition leaders. Then Kenya, you're advertising to the Africa that somebody of Besigye's stature, Kenyan state can just allow his abduction here and being taken to a military court in Uganda. Raila cannot even speak in support of Besigye. Cannot. Why? But that is comrade in arms. You are making Raila's work very difficult. They will look at Raila and say, hey, wait a minute. These Kenyans are not good for political rights. I don't respect. So that is the burden Raila has to carry now. He's now carrying the burden of William Ruto, not just in Kenya, but in the continent. Because people are not going to ask Raila that you abducted Besigye. You are the country candidate. They will not say it was Ruto. Raila will be doing an explanation, trying to defend himself that I'm not part of this administration. But was it necessary? So it's a burden. Okay. William Ruto is a burden. And I'm advising Raila Odinga's supporters, when the rest of the country is uniting against William Ruto, don't continue carrying the burden of William Ruto. Maybe it is time some of them start telling Raila Odinga that no, it's too much. This burden is too heavy. They should all join the rest of the nation in sorting this problem once and for all. And they should not shy about it.
That is what Willis Otieno is saying. I told you here very clear. When Raila Odinga decided to support William Ruto, I know some individuals are saying, but again, huwa mnataka Raila Odinga afanye nini? Wakati anaenda election, watu wataki kumchagua. But I want to remind you, Raila Odinga's election imekuwa imeibwa left, right, center. Watu wamekuwa wakimchagua. So stop coming out to accuse Kenyans hati hawako wanamchagua Raila. Tumekuwa tukichagua Raila Odinga na naibiwa kura since 2007. You know. On the same note, nimesikia wengine wanasema wenye wanapinganga Raila after election Na ndio the same individuals wanatakanga Raila akuwe ana stand on their behalf wakati shida iko. I want to tell you, 2027, everything is going to change. You mistake utaona. You will see Kenyans coming out to gang up against William Ruto. The question that Willis Otieno is trying to bring on board, what next for Raila Odinga and his close allies? When Kenyans are coming out to gang against William Ruto's administration, is Raila Odinga going to stand strong and defend William Ruto with this punitive government that you've seen? Those are the questions we are trying to ask ourselves. On the same note, remember, there are several things that is happening in this country. Raila Odinga could have been so eloquent about whatever is happening. Could have even rebuked, for example, the abduction of the opposition leader of Uganda, basically being abducted in Kenya and finding himself in a certain court in Uganda. Raila Odinga never stated anything, So Willis Otieno is coming out to say, if Raila Odinga cannot come and say that this is something that we must condemn, it is not allowed in our country. But Willis Otieno is saying Raila Odinga kept quiet. He never even uttered any word, concerning about the abduction of the opposition leader of course, Uganda, basically. On the same note, when Raila Odinga is campaigning to, of course, this African Union Commission bid, he will be asked. But again, we are seeing people are being abducted. What are your take? And what do you expect when you are going to be elected as a chairperson of African Union Commission? Are you going to stop this, or you're just going to keep quiet because you want to cover up William Ruto? Those are some issues that also Willis Otieno is trying to raise. But as much as we are concerned, I can say it without any fear. There's something wrong. Despite we can say, okay, let us give Raila Odinga his time to do whatever he's doing. But again, those who are supporters of Raila Odinga, we are not happy with what decision he made, despite of him being a good candidate of African Union Commission. I think for me, let me just say it. Maybe if you have your own opinion, you can drop it at the comment section below. Mimi naona kana kwamba Raila Odinga hangekuja kusacrifice that good name alikuwa nayo in the name of course, serving William Ruto so that apewe ile kiti ya African Union Commission, because we are not guaranteed that Raila Odinga is automatically going to win that seat. We are not guaranteed. If it was a guarantee that Raila Odinga was going to win that seat, it was something that, of course, assurance to the close allies of Raila Odinga. But as we speak, we are not sure. On the same note, when Raila Odinga decided to support William Ruto, kulikuwa na messes pale. Some Kenyans were killed during the Azimio demonstration. They were not compensated. The Gen Zs were killed 25th June this year. They were not compensated. No one is talking about the issues about those who were killed during the demonstration. So there are several things, several things that Raila Odinga alikuwa na address. Now they are not addressing them again. And again, I've seen some individuals saying, let us give Raila Odinga a break. Kwani atakuwa opposition forever and ever. And that is why sometimes I usually don't want to analyze any video that connects with Raila Odinga. Because when we analyze, some individuals are feeling like we are attacking Raila Amolo Odinga. That is why most of the time, and even this issue of African Union Commission, I'll never analyze again. Nye muone tu view sasa, I'll never analyze. Because sometimes, maybe if watu watasema, ebu ongelelea hii maneno nitaongelelea. But for now, I'll not talk about the issue of African Union Commission, whether Raila Odinga is going to win or not. Mimi sitaki hata taka. Wacha result vile itatoka. Mi sasa msiniambia ati nilikuwa na support Raila Odinga awin, ama nilikuwa naomba Raila Odinga anguke. I don't know. Mimi kile result itatoka next year February, that is it, And that is why sometimes I always advise some individuals here, when we are sharing opinion, remember, we also remember what had happened earlier on, Na unakumbuka kuna wengine walikuwa na reject Raila Odinga wakati sasa wako na shida wanataka wasaidie. We know that, Huwa hatukuangi fools na tukue wajinga, tunajua ni nini kinaendelea. But on my side, Raila Odinga is a respected man. He has fought for this country for the longest period of time. But again, his decision to come to be part and parcel of the punitive government, that is the day I felt bad. Kwa sababu hii serikali imetufinya kwa kona, na tukingangana kuwatoa, unapata kwamba Raila Odinga became the part and parcel of William Ruto's government. So even I decided myself that we are going to check William Ruto, and we are not going to talk about Raila Odinga here, because some individuals wanafeel kama tunataka Raila Odinga. Hata sometimes kuna kitu anafanya vizuri tunataka tuongelele, lakini wengine wanasikia vibaya. They usually don't understand. Yani kukuja tu mtu kuja kuelewa ni nini tunamwambia please, the decision Raila Odinga did was not good on this side. Tunaambiwa tuachane na Raila Odinga, then tunawachana nayo, tunanyamaza, tunasema vitu zingine. But for me, I think what Willis Otieno is trying to say, it is something that is very important and very crucial. So Raila Odinga should distance himself from this mess of William Ruto, or else Kenyans are going to gun against them again, and it's going to be so little against them 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, I know some individuals might ask me, but who are these Kenyans? You just know they are Kenyans. They're going to gang up against William Ruto, and William Ruto is going home 2027. I told you here, William Ruto is going to be the first deputy president to succeed his boss, and he became the president, and the first president elected first term, and he was defeated trying to be re-elected. What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.